still visiting me. He's right next to me. He said I could play his character.
Cool. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Yeah, hey, Justin.
Hi,
Say
Justin.
hi to everybody, Justin. No, you're feeling shy? Okay, it's okay, pal.
So, who would like to give a quick recap of last session? And if you want it to be me because it's been 3 weeks, I'm fine with that.
We gonna die.
I'll be real, I don't
We
remember
gonna
anything beyond getting our asses kicked. So
I'll just. So, you made it a little bit further in. You finished the trap in the room that triggered for Gideon. So, you completed the emergency surgery. You eradicated the like festering mechanical flesh amalgamation that dropped off from Gideon. And Gideon still has use of his prosthetic arm, which is very impressive. You found Kai sneaking in, and he said, "I'm a monk. I can't get BonePowder sickness." And you all kind of shrugged and said, "Okay." And then you went down, and after a minute, some of the BonePowder came and then coalesced into this ghoul-like thing, and then sprayed you, and that spray does a lot of damage. And then it recharged immediately, and then it sprayed you, and that spray does a lot of damage. And then it recharged again.
The spray doesn't do a lot of damage. The spray did 15. The whirlwind did 60.
Sorry, the whirlwind, not the spray.
Get your monster right, bub.
But yeah, so it whirlwinded out some BonePowder and bones and shit and danger. But you have like started running, and Aldrich successfully trapped it in a hypnotic pattern, so it's kind of just phased out right now. And Aldrich and Kai also saw a large metallic figure rounding the corner. I think that's where we left off. So,
what happened was Aldrich using that spell.
Yeah, so because Hypnotic Pattern immediately ends if the creature takes damage, Kai is not going to attack it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
He is just going to stay here and ready in action for if it breaks free to, if it comes closer to attack it. But he's going to go around the wall so that it doesn't
Oh, thank you.
get an AoE or anything. Tavra, what would you like to do?
The fuck out of it.
Yes. 5, 10. I close both of these.
Based.
15. Clara's small, so I can move through her normally.
Yes.
20. I suppose I can't close another set of 2 doors, right?
So the first set is free item interaction. Second set would be a normal action.
Fuck it. I close the doors. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I moved there. And bonus action to keep the rage up. And yeah, I think that's it.
All right. You still hear on the other side just like the thump, 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 thump. And then, 1 second. Yeah, that's all you hear. And then, Clara, what would you like to do? You kind of come out of your little trance where you were dancing and singing and being a happy little goblin child to see all of your friends rush back through the door covered in cuts and blood and dust, and it's not looking great.
Oh no, what happened, guys?
You fucking bitch. You dare ask that?
Mr. Tavra, were you hurt?
Yes.
Okay. We're all in a lot of pain, little goblin.
There was Yeah, it was a die roll whether or not 4 of us died, so yeah, we're not doing great.
Oh, I didn't mean to cast that on myself. Hold on.
You bitch.
Delete. Target.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
Man, Tabra, you
Let's
look
try
pretty
this
messed up.
again.
I better heal myself before I go in there, if it did that to you.
Cast spell.
Oh
Heal.
yeah, that's not the healing one. Stupid.
Um, roll.
Keep that,
Nice.
Nice.
It's something.
No, that is very good. Thank you, little one.
So that's my action. I moved 15 feet. And she saw you guys running out of there, so she's just gonna step back another 15. Um, and I think that'll probably be it.
All right. This thing makes a wisdom save at the end of its turn. Aldrich has a spell
Are
save
you
of
sure? I thought with Hypnotic Pattern that it just lasted. I thought that's why it's so good.
Yeah, it doesn't make
You're
any more.
right. It is just
Eh.
if they take damage or are shaken out of it by something else.
Mhm.
So it will skip its turn.
Yeah, dude, this is a nasty fucking spell if they fail.
How long does it last?
A minute.
1 minute. So that is round 1 of the hypnotic pattern.
Well, we're in round 1 of it, technically.
Yeah, I'm saying
How many rounds do we
it
get?
affects it
Yeah.
10 times. That was the first time it affects it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what? I think I can actually add a
A timer?
go ahead, Gideon.
I mean,
No, I just asked how many rounds there were. Oh, sorry.
10.
round 14 it comes back if nothing else breaks it.
Who is at the lowest amount of health right now?
Not me anymore.
Probably you. Or Escher.
Me,
Escher.
Bonk, and
I think it's Escher.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right,
Escher
yeah,
can
I was
wild
able
shape.
to add a thing, so it should count down.
I will say, I'm a dedicated healer. I can probably fix myself up quite a bit. Oh,
I
geez.
mean, I have 2 more spell slots left. I can use one to heal you, or
So
can
here's the
move
thing.
on.
If you only have 2, the amount of healing you're gonna give me is so minimal compared to what I can drop. Save it in case one of us goes to 0 to prevent
Fair
a
enough.
death.
Okay.
Because I'm about to give myself 40 temp HP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll be okay after this.
Alrighty then. Sorry. Are we heading back to this door up here? Or are we just dispersing throughout the room to get away from the thingy?
A little bit of both, I think.
Fair enough. Okay.
I think it depends if we hear that Fell Forge do anything in the other room.
Maybe they'll start kicking the shit out of each other. Who's to say?
There is, I could potentially get something like that to happen.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh, there we go.
Not right now, but
I just can't read.
Why
I'm
is
gonna
Fox
go.
upside down?
He likes to spin
There we
himself
go.
sometimes.
Tried
I'm gonna
spinning.
move my distance, and then I'm gonna spend an extra. Can I use my bonus action to dash another 30 feet?
No, actually you can't.
You're no, it's in full action for a rogue to death. Wait,
No, it's not. That's
no, it's
cunning
not.
action.
That's
a
cunning
bonus.
action.
Why are you guys listening to me? What am I? I'm
Why-
curious.
why
I,
do they
I
need to
felt
gaslight you?
so gaslit
No.
right now.
What is
That's
the
what I'm here
fucking?
for.
There's like one of the D actions that it
Dash,
doesn't do.
disengage, hide.
Okay, it's dodge that it
dodge.
can't do.
Dodge.
That's what I was
Yeah.
I
thinking.
think.
Dodge, duck, dip,
'Cause
dive,
that's
dodge.
that's like a monk thing that they can do. And they get the uncanny dodge anyway, so God, dodging is a bonus action from like level 2 would be nuts.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
All right, is that all?
Hold on, let me just make sure the one I was gonna ready an action, but I just want to make sure I have this enabled. Can I ready my long shot arm to fire the crossbow?
Yep, you can shift into
When I
long
see
shot
it.
arm, and then you can ready an action for if you see it to shoot.
Perfect.
Right, Fox. Fair. Okay, Escher.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I'm gonna back the fuck up, and yeah, I'm absolutely gonna fucking give myself that 40 temp HP. So there we go. I didn't. Let me make sure I have myself targeted. Do 40.
Nice.
I rolled a 40 on my 40. It didn't actually give it to me, so I'm just gonna do it manually. Okay,
All right.
that's better.
Aldrich is going to drop concentration on the hypnotic pattern because he thinks he can
Excuse
solo
me?
this thing.
Excuse me?
What?
No, Aldrich vomits and jumps into the sewer again. I don't want to take away a resource from you guys. He's sticking around with you guys. He's just following.
Thank
Just
you.
running. Yeah, he's just following us to run.
And Kai didn't see the thing, so now he's going to Tavro, what would you like to do?
Hold on. Kneel. And then 5 feet up. And then bonus action, I'll just keep rage up. I'm trying to think. Is there anything I can? No, I'll just dodge in case it awakens or it breaks out of it in the next turn somehow.
All right. You dodge. And this is going to... I'm going to change this to a private roll. Because you don't know what's happening in there.
Question marks.
You hear mechanical whirring from across the side, but nothing further. Clara, what would you like to do?
Yoink. Did we say if we're going back the way we came or through these doors to the right?
Lizzie, we don't have a plan. We need to survive. It's get the fuck out of here.
Dash then to here. And I will hide as the bonus action.
Okay. Give me that stealth roll.
Yeah. So sneaky. So sneaky.
Yeah, you get like behind the pillar. You're like perfectly in the shadow, kind of conforming your body to it. You're feeling pretty good.
Heck yeah.
incapacitation. Gideon, what would you like to do?
I am gonna go to the door here. And I think I'll just stay here, still have my ready to action.
All right. Fox? Any bonus act? Okay. Escher.
Alright, I can actually reach it. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I am really gonna bank on nothing being able to catch up with us because I'm gonna use my action to fucking heal myself. Let me just make sure. Creature does not say another creature. I can heal myself. Sick. Would have liked more, but I'll take 16 health.
Nice.
Brian, how much health do you have?
24.
Me too. We are brothers. Granted, I have 40 temp HP stacked on top of that. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry I cannot give that to you. All right, that's the end of my turn. I'm a bonus action.
Aldrich is going to run up next to Gideon. And Kai is going to run that and might as well dash.
Is Kai's
Avro.
movement speed only 30?
You know what? I think it's actually 40.
Yeah.
But he is trying to stick as in the middle of your pile as possible.
I think it's 45. What are we? 10th level? Where are we?
Regardless, this is where he ends up.
Yeah, I gotcha.
He's just sticking with the pack.
Attaboy, block the door and be in the middle of the
Okay, he'll be one down so other
There we
people can go through.
There we
His
go.
movement speed is 50, I think.
I'll check his movement speed while you take your turn. His 50, he does have 50 walk speed. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, monks go fast. They fucking zoom.
Can I dash past you guys, or will I get stuck?
Difficult terrain to walk through medium creatures while you're large.
Yes, I'm just thinking of how many. Okay, come on. 10.
Did you get a running start?
Yeah, technically.
Jump over us.
On to Gideon?
Yes.
You can make the athletics or acrobatics check to try and not hurt Gideon with that.
I'll just give you a piggyback ride. It's okay.
Look, I'm just saying, if Topper's jump hurts Gideon, you're setting a dangerous precedence that we can weaponize that.
That's a fair point. You can jump.
That's all I'm saying. You're setting a very dangerous precedent that I can find a way to abuse. I'm warning you now.
You can make an athletics or acrobatics check to not hurt yourself while avoiding crushing Gideon.
It's
No,
not like it matters that much.
I want to throw
say
the
that-
cow at people.
I will stay here because I could get past you, but then I'd be basically clogging up this little hallway. So I'm fiendish. I just bonus action to continue my rage.
You could also
Okay.
I was gonna say you could also just go like here, and then you have a straight shot next turn. But
That's whatever.
you're still in front of me, so I'm happy.
It's a question mark.
Verp.
That Pokemon.
More like whirring energy sounds. Clara.
And Aldrich doesn't report his spell ending, right?
Aldrich doesn't know if his spell is ending. Like, because his spell
I mean, his
doesn't end.
concentration would end if it's doing something to the.
It's an AoE
Bone powder.
effect. It is like for the next minute, anything that enters that AoE is also affected, I believe.
No, only at the start, I think.
Let's find out.
You create a twisting patterns. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes each. Oh,
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's only affecting the bone powder. So if it ends, he'd know immediately because he's concentrating on it.
Question: would he know that it ended?
Yeah, because it would
His
break.
concentration would end.
Yeah, I think This is just being it from a metagaming perspective. I think concentration would actually be the one you could end, so that way the DM can't pull the shenanigans of like, I don't know, are you concentrating on another spell?
You know what?
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. Aldrich, you see a little bit of visible relief come to his face as the spell ends, and he is no longer concentrating on it.
Relief.
Well, just like the mental taxation relief. He doesn't know why it's ended. He just knows that it has.
Aldrich takes a sigh of relief. Oh, the spell is gone. It must be dead.
Okay.
That could be very good or very bad.
I need 1 second because I really gotta pee. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's fair.
How dare you? Okay, well, would we still be running into the hallway, or
I
should
don't
we
know.
stay in the
I have
big
no
room?
idea.
Okay, Lizzie, I'm gonna reiterate. We don't have a plan. We're trying to survive.
Okay, well then she's just gonna keep on running and get in here.
This isn't a we didn't have a plan. We didn't discuss this. We are running for our lives.
She's gonna hide again.
Like, Lizzie, you ever seen Jurassic Park?
She didn't hide as well that time. It might find her.
You know the scene with the velociraptors in the kitchen? Do that.
I see. Well,
That-
hopefully we're far enough away.
So here's the real question: did it end the last turn when it also did something apparently, or this turn?
I don't know. That die had a lot of question marks on it, so who's to say? Which, man, I kind of want a d20 with only question marks on it, so that way when we're playing in person, I can just roll that in front of people as a fuck you. It's a power move. What'd the enemy roll? Roll the question mark die? I think he passed. Hold on. Back in the main Discord, I'm gonna post something in memes that is. I feel like is appropriate.
Sorry
for
about
a
that.
lot.
I'm very hydrated.
No worries.
I get it. I've done this. I've done similar.
All right. So yeah, Aldrich will just go. Don't know what happened, but the spell's not affecting it anymore.
Heard.
Gulp.
And that'll bring us to Clara.
Yeah, she ran and then hid in the hallway.
Stealth check. Oh, you did. Okay. Gideon, what would you like to do?
She walked away.
She did. Oh,
Gideon
God, they
will
got her.
be allowed to take his turn when his player character returns. Or not player character, just player. Jesus. Can you tell it's been 3 weeks since I DM'd? My brain is gone.
No.
Your brain was gone before.
That's also true.
Yeah, got 'em.
Fox, what would you like to
Got
do?
'em.
Come
He's
here,
a
boy.
glowing man.
Come here, boy.
Mr.
Good.
Fox,
Alright.
get behind the statue. We're hiding.
Escher, anything you'd like to do?
So I'm gonna bet on the fact that construct walked up and sucked up all that dust like a vacuum, and that's the sound we heard. But nevertheless, I'm gonna go 5, 30. And then how bad is he fucked up? Fuck it. I haven't healed Fox yet today, so I'm gonna throw some of this his way. Cause I'm kind of in just panic heal bot mode. Fox gets max roll 20 health back.
Nice.
Ayo.
Okay,
Very nice.
and that's my turn.
Aldrich's just
shit.
sticking around with you guys. Kai is just sticking around with you guys.
So let's see. Gideon, Tavro, Carly, fuck.
Tavro!
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume Gideon's not gonna be there when, like, because their turn already went by. They're just
I
waiting, so-
will move Gideon, and then Katie can change the turn if she
True,
wants
yours,
when she gets
Gideon,
back.
is both there and not there.
I close these doors, and I
I
think I
didn't
can
miss
get
my
here.
turn, did I?
You were away, but
Oh.
I just had you
Fine.
run in with the rest of the group. But if you want to
Yeah,
do something
that's
else, you're
fine.
welcome to.
No, that's okay.
Now what?
Great question. I don't know.
Anything else, Tavro?
Nope. I just keep my rage up. I mean, I think it's gonna end while we're in here, but might as well.
Stop and listen, I guess.
Thump, 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 thump. Smash.
Like getting closer to us.
Yes.
Oh.
Smash.
Then you get broke down the doors.
Clara, what would you like to do?
Oh lordy.
You actually kind of hear, like, very muffled through multiple sets of doors, but come back for inspection.
Um. Hmm. Hmm. You see, I don't really want to like waste a turn, but I feel like there's not a lot of things to do at this point except wait. So, Clara's just gonna ready a firebolt if the doors open and there is a hostile creature on the other side. And she'll step back 20 feet.
All right, Gideon, what would you like to do?
I will go further down this hallway here and still stay with my ready to action.
Guys, we all hide behind the statues, and then when it opens the door, it won't see any of us because we'll all be hidden.
Big brain.
It's true. Clara has the biggest brain.
That might not work for me.
Be small. I don't know.
Do the opposite of get big.
So, anything else, Gideon?
No.
All right, Fox, you're up.
Oh, he running.
He's zooming.
Sure.
Look, if it's a construct, there genuinely is nothing I can do. I think we gotta at least try to get out off of this thing's radar too. So 5, 8, 5, 30. Fuck it. I'll have a like an acid splash prepped and ready just to be safe. I don't think anything's gonna get this far, but I might as well do something with my action because I can't heal anybody. So it's the end of my turn.
Aldrich and Kai are going to go up, and then Aldrich has a ranged attack, so he'll ready a longbow shot.
And mine is specifically for if the undead fucker comes through. I'm not even gonna waste my action if it's a construct.
Cool.
Or my reaction, I guess.
So what is the plan if that thing comes in? The construct comes in here.
We
Let's
climb.
let's just put as much distance between it and us as possible until we're in a better situation. In the off chance it didn't kill whatever that thing was.
Okay, that's my turn.
So we go through one of these side rooms and barricade the door and take a long rest.
No, we keep going. I think we keep going back the ways that we know until you get a significant ways away.
Okay. You hear thump, smash, thump, 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 thump.
Getting louder.
Yes, getting louder. Please come back. Report for inspection. Clara, what would you like to do?
So we go back for inspection, right?
You can. Tell us what happens. It's a science experiment. You go, and if you live, that means the rest of us can go too.
You're probably the one that's best equipped to speak with it.
Well, I guess that would be either the Orzhov or the undead, but yeah,
Well,
yeah, Clara's the
if
best
it's
suited.
mechanical, remember I can talk to the dogs.
You can?
Yeah, because he
Right.
probably is it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Clara, it's your judgment call.
I say go for it. You're healthy.
I say prioritize our own lives, but you are free to do as you please.
Yoink. I'll ready a firebolt again if it comes within my line of sight.
Okay. Gideon.
We're gonna keep on moving.
Anything else?
Nope.
Fox, what would you like to do?
I'll just go behind the statue.
Okay. Escher.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this a hole in the ground? I don't remember. What is that?
That is a sewer grate. There are quite a few of them around.
That's fine. I can't get past them, so I'm just gonna fucking dash.
Meant to move both of them. Excuse me. But Aldrich and Kai are going to continue with the group. Tavro, what would you like to do?
I am tempted to go for inspection. Hmm. Eh. I go further back. I'll swap to the waning moon, and if already in action for if the BonePowder comes through these doors
Okay.
to attack.
You hear everybody give me a perception check.
20.
Damn.
Okay. All of you here do not resist. Report for inspection. Tavro, you hear just before that, kind of lower and it's muffled by the doors. Pursuit mode engaged.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Damn, I
Ah.
got one from my encounter.
Smash.
Oh, hello.
That's a ready to action.
Wait, Clara, are you sure? If you're going to try and talk to it, shooting it might not be the best idea. I'll use my reaction to say that if need be.
Yeah, would anybody like to use their reaction for a hostile creature in sight?
No.
No.
I mean, that's what I declared prior.
You don't have to.
Right, but you
You have
you-
agency.
my point is you
Oh,
can
okay.
decide if only the bone powder is hostile or if anything is hostile.
Okay, I'll wait then and see. And just be like, well, hello!
And you see this thing now that like it gets through, it is on all fours bounding
Oh.
towards you. And I think
Well-
this is the first time everybody gets a good look at it. So this is what it looks like if that changes your perception.
Yeah, that's beatable right now. That's going to be a feasible fight. Clara, sorry, you're the sacrifice. Go talk to it.
All right, but that was its turn. Clara, what would you like to do?
I don't think anybody but Kai is outrunning it, so.
She steps up, looks very brave, and just says, hello, mister. My name's Clara, and we're here to stop the evil bad thing that is that way. Because we think it's past this room, right?
Well, we saw it.
No, like the. Isn't this like a side? Isn't there a different main boss?
Oh no.
All right, so we went through this a while back,
Yeah, I thought we already went through
yeah.
this.
but over here is one of two ritual rooms. Chambara referred to it as the BonePowder ritual room, and you went this way because his equipment is in it, and he basically said, I'm not much use right now, but I can be a powerful ally if you get my stuff back. Back here is a room that you already went through, and it was where they were keeping open part of the ritual to get to the next floor of the crypt.
The room that a giant abyss monster started coming through the nothingness and chased us out from, right?
Correct.
There's the one where we cut the guy down and then
Yes.
our good deed went went unrecognized and he tried to murder us. Ungrateful.
He did not try to murder you. He simply got
Ungrateful.
swallowed by the void next to you.
Ungrateful.
Okay, well, she's just gonna say, our friend's stuff is in there, and we would like to get it back, please.
Report for inspection.
She'll just hold up her is it signet and say, here's my identification.
And it will try to approach next round.
Alrighty.
Gideon, would you like to do anything?
No.
Fox, would you like to do anything?
Nope.
Aldrich and Kai are
Wanna
going to take your
protect
guys's...
me?
Do I get a turn?
I didn't mean to skip you. Escher, would you like to do anything?
My cleric Eric doesn't want to protect me?
Drats, I wish I was an evil character that could say while Clara's distracting it, the rest of it can go, but I'll, hold on, let me just make sure that I'm within... Fuck.
Clara, in what world do you expect Fox to step up to protect you?
The
I
world where
think
she
I've
pays him.
died in one hit like the last 6 combats, so no, I'm not protecting anyone. I'm staying 60 feet away from any enemy.
I will stay with... I'm gonna at least stay within 30 feet of her, so if something happens to her, I can at least try to help. So I will end my turn there. I am not gonna ready a spell, because I'm not wasting the spell slot if nothing happens.
All right, Tavro, would you like to do anything?
I would. Give me but a moment, because I must measure.
What are you, a ruler?
No, I need to be there, I think.
Oh,
Yes, okay. Here I am within melee range if it tries to do anything to Clara, so I'm going to ready an attack if it becomes hostile to Clara after coming up to her.
Okay. That brings it to its turn, and it kind of runs up on all fours before standing back up on 2 legs, and then looks at you, Clara, and you kind of see this like energy come out of it, and it starts scanning you, and it goes clear, and then it just looks to the rest of you and goes present for inspection.
Clara, maybe you could ask what it's inspecting for. On your
But
turn.
that is its turn. So Clara, if you would like to do anything.
Well, thank you, mister. It's very nice to meet you. And she holds out her little hand to it, like she's gonna shake its hand.
And it kind of just looks back down at you, and it goes, pleasantries exchanged after full scans. And then just turns back to the rest of the group.
Did you happen to see something back in that room that was not very friendly?
Clara? Please identify if it's going to kill us or not first.
Present for inspection. If all clear, then conversation.
You scanned me. I'm all
The
good, right?
rest- talk
And
about the rest
you
of us.
see as he just like
Both of us.
reaches out, and he's actually going to try and grapple you. So he's
But it's Clara.
that it's your turn. But you see him making the move to try and grab you now. Or it. It's a robot. It's not a him.
Wait, I'm confused. It scanned me though.
It scanned you. It said, scan everybody, then talk.
Okay, so
But I'm good, right?
I'm gonna reiterate. Clara, maybe if you ask it what it's scanning for, we'll know if it's going to murder the rest of us.
And
for the second time.
you know what? That was like 3 questions from Clara. I think we'll move on to Gideon.
Gideon is going to come this way.
Getting where you going?
What do you mean? We're not continuing to run, right?
Fair enough.
Now try to let it scan you.
Last time Gideon got scanned, we almost got boiled like crabs. So.
And I shouldn't have that anymore, so theoretically I should
This is
do
true.
this game, right?
I did a pretty good job, so you know what? Go for it. Go get scanned.
Is this close enough for me to get scanned or no? This is as far as I can go.
That's totally you're approaching it. So
Does Aldrich have a signet?
he does not. Because he is guildless.
He should go down the drain.
All right. Fox, what would you like to do? You are presenting yourself?
Actually, I don't think I can because there's a big man in the way.
He is just difficult terrain because he is a size larger.
Let him go first. Let the big man go first. I think.
Also, yeah, you can let the big man go first.
Yeah, I will do it next turn.
Right. Escher, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, since Clara was of no use in this engagement, can I do an insight check or a medicine check to try and identify what it is scanning us for? Because
I
I'm saying medicine in the terms of like if it was looking for anything on Clara, or insight to see if I can piece together from like what we've seen in this dungeon what a native of this dungeon would be looking for. Because I have two ideas and I'm trying to figure out
Insight is probably more likely than medicine because it looked like it kind of just like passed a light over her.
Dope. I have a +8 to both, so I'm happy either way. That's a 20.
It definitely seemed to be some sort of biological scan. So like you saw it kind of like go over. It didn't seem to focus on any specific part of her body. It was just like some sort of mechanical scan for something biological. Your guess, based on the last thing that scanned and had a biological reaction, might be related to Gideon's prosthesis.
Well, everybody, I've done the math, and based on my calculations, I've narrowed it down to at least a 50-50 chance. I'd say there's a 50% chance it's scanning us for phyresis, in which case we are now good. There's a 50% chance that it's scanning us for that BonePowder, which we should also be good for. I think I can say with certainty that it's not going to find anything it won't like on us. So go on, go get scanned.
All right. Aldrich, hearing that, will.
Wait, maybe him last.
Well, he has a movement of what?
Right.
Where?
A lot more than that.
50.
God. It's like, oh boy, I love getting scanned.
But it is some difficult terrain, so he'll get to about here. And Kai will get to there, we'll say. Tavro, what would you like to do?
Yes, I'll walk up and say, presenting for inspection.
It kind of just. So now on its turn, it is going to do two things. First, Clara, I need either an athletics or acrobatics check. That was. You were too far from your mic.
Can I just choose to fail it?
You can.
She'll just let it pick her up.
Yeah, it kind of like reaches down, grabs you by the head, and then just throws you against the wall and turns to Tavro.
Oh.
Ah.
Okay.
There's no damage. Like, it wasn't violent. It was just like, you're in the way. I'm gonna do my fucking job.
Bro
She's
said,
like, "You
I
know
don't want to
what?
play with you anymore.
It's okay. I forgive you."
It didn't hurt you in the action. It just kind of wasn't particularly polite about it.
Zach, you don't understand. It didn't hurt Clara physically. It hurt her emotionally.
Yeah,
True.
you take 50 psychic damage.
Fuck.
But it is going to scan Tavro and then kind of nod and go, clear. Next, present for inspection.
Cool.
Clara, would you like to do anything?
She's just gonna step out of the way, like, I'm just moving so they can come get scanned.
Yeah, it has forgotten about you.
Perfect.
If you're all going to just walk up and get scanned, we
Yeah.
can do it out of initiative. If you're going to do anything else, let me know.
I'm not.
I think we're just doing that.
I'm happy with my 20. So
Okay.
And like I'll get out of the way before it tries to shove me out of the way.
You take a minute and like one by one you all kind of go through and it goes clear. Clear, 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 clear. And then kind of gets to Gideon and goes,
Oh no.
strange reading, but acceptable levels.
Thank you.
There's an acceptable level of it.
I'll take it.
More of like, yeah, the
Is it my
sickness is
arm?
gone, but you might still have some symptoms.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't give you like a blood
Down with the
transfusion.
sickness.
But it goes, all clear. Apologies for the confusion. And with that, we can end the initiative order.
Hi, mister. Did you see a mean-looking thing back there?
Clarify mean.
Undead.
The,
Something
the
undead.
the undead bone powder ghoul-looking thing.
The sentient bone powder has been recontained once the phyresis was eliminated.
So are we safe to proceed then?
Clarify safe. Clarify proceed.
Is the sentient bone powder not going to be able to uh, uh, hurt us any longer if we go back to that room?
Is it going to powder our bones?
Not unless the phyresis the phyresis test is triggered again and I release it again.
Wait. You released the bone powder because you detected phyresis.
Yes,
How would that help?
the bone powder is the final ritual to contain phyresis to the crypt. In event of detected phyresis, bone powder is released to consume all.
Oh.
Bone powder consumes phyresis?
I guess if it kills whatever has phyresis first.
Bone powder consumes the corpse and is able to destroy all it consumes and turn it into more bone powder. Bone powder is more containable than phyresis.
It's like some kind of super spreader organism. I don't think I like that. We have enough of those around.
Well, you see, Mr. Escher, it's like in the lab when we have a really volatile substance, we have to put it away, and then
Clara?
when we're gonna need it for a new reaction, then we
Clara?
open it back up.
Clara? I have a degree studying infectious disease. I know. I know how it works.
Well, you
But-
were saying some things that made it seem like you didn't understand, and I knew you were a smart person.
It's more so the logic of this is questionable, but the nature of this bone powder is unusual to say the least. Are we
Well,
willing to trust the big metal thing?
you know, sometimes you need to have a violent reaction to make your chemical equation work. It's kind of like that.
The way I was told to explain to fleshies was
Go-
it is better to burn down the house that is infected than to let the infection claim the world.
Oh, I hate that I can actually understand that.
It seems you have studied medicine. We would amputate the crypt.
Amputate the crypt.
I see.
Funny you should
Onward
mention
and
amputation.
upward, friends.
Is there more than one of those ghouls present in this area?
The BonePowder disease is present in this area of the crypt. The sentient section is contained within my vessel.
Perhaps you should go back with us to verify.
Very well.
You wouldn't want to waste sentient bone powder on something that doesn't have phyresis, correct?
This is correct. The BonePowder ritual is for containment.
So come on, quarantine bot. You
He's such a good boy.
do you have a name?
Fell Forge.
That's what you are, but you specifically. Do you have a is there a designation for you individually? A number, perhaps?
Do you understand radio wave communication?
I understand how it works.
Good. And then it kind of just looks at you. I hope that answers your question.
Radio waves are technically audible, which makes me think you just blasted my brain with microwaves. But nevertheless,
I was gonna say, now all of a sudden you're dying of radioactive energies.
Is anybody else's vision getting a little fuzzy?
You just kind of hear in your in your head, 101.3, the bear.
Yeah, Zach, I forgot to tell you, I have a metal filling in one of my teeth. Does that mean I can
Oh,
pick
your
up-
head explodes.
I can
Zach, can I be made medium when you get the chance?
Yeah, I forgot that you can't do that anymore. I need to fix that macro for you.
Mr. Fox, do you know what Chambara's looking for over here?
No, we'll figure it out. We're smart people.
Should we maybe
You
rest a bit,
mentioned Chambara. Has he been released and reincarnated?
Oh.
I would like to do another insight check to see if the answer to that
we
is
all
going
do
to
an
provoke
insight check
violence.
on that?
Everyone can do an insight check on that, but it is a very robotic voice.
I got a 26. So, again, this is a mix. I'm trying to gauge this off of a mixture of not just from what this thing is saying, but from what we know about Chambara and his relationship with his place, how he'd be viewed by the denizens of it.
See, I like to think Clara said that, and then Escher just gave her dagger eyes of being like, "Shut up, shut up." Shut
Maybe.
Up.
Well, hold on. Does the 26 tell me anything?
You see, it wasn't asking in terms of getting ready for violence mode. It was more of just that seems to be one of the things where if it comes up, it is supposed to ask about.
Clara, I think you're okay. I don't. I think it's all right. After all, it was.
Okay.
They are all. They come from the same place, kind of. Well,
Tava looks at the robot and goes, no, I believe. There's no meat on
it's not exactly reincarnated.
him. Yeah.
Understood. Chambara has not been reincarnated.
Are you allowed to share any information about Chambara? We don't know much about him. It, them.
What would
Yes.
you like to know?
What is their role here?
I believe they were a corpse.
Before that?
They were an Orzovian guild leader.
That I don't think we knew.
I don't think we did.
Ask
Fox
something.
knew
Fox,
that.
did we know that?
I knew he was part of the guilds, like the Obsidot.
Yeah, he was one of the
Okay.
first of the Obsidot Council.
Well, I learned something.
Ah.
And the
There you
Obsidot,
go.
because the Orzhov is the only one that doesn't have like a specific guild leader. They
Yeah.
have a council of guild leaders.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And do you know how Chambara died and became the corpse currently is?
He was killed alongside the rest of the Orzovian Peruns and placed on the top level of this for reincarnation in case of BonePowder not containing the Phyresis outbreak.
Intelligent undead.
What would trigger his reincarnation then if Phyresis were to escape?
If Phyresis has left the BonePowder section of the crypt, Chambara would be reincarnated for a final line of defense.
So is it proximity to Phyresis that reincarnates him?
That would be a logical conclusion. I do not fully know.
Okay, I don't want to say out loud that he was in proximity to Phyresis and didn't get resurrected because one, I don't want this thing to know that we had Phyresis, and two, I don't want it to know that it's wrong and be mad about that. So I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut,
Yeah.
I think.
Are we going to attempt to reclaim his personal effects now, or should we rest first?
Well, if the big hunk of metal is to be believed, in theory we shouldn't have much to worry about.
Why do you need his personal effects if he has not been reincarnated?
He was reanimated.
Understood. You are the new Orzovian Obsidot, then? And he's kind of just looking at all of you.
I am.
Working.
Understood. Good to meet you, current Obsidot member. You have reanimated Chambara for defense?
Offense to send him further into the crypt to deal with a breach of security.
Understood.
So can we go get his thing? Would that be okay with you, big fella?
You have a member of the Obsidot with you. Of course it would be okay.
I'm sorry, hold on. Every other dog in here was like, give us the rune key, the rune key, the rune key. And now this guy's like, oh yeah, you're an
Well-
Obsidot? Sure, you're an Obsidot.
Lizzie, I would like to point out this one is not a dog.
So?
Lizzie, would you like to tell me the difference between you and a dog?
Yeah, but like,
He can think.
this guy just immediately is like, oh yeah, you must be telling the truth.
I mean, we did name drop like somebody in here, which I don't think we ever did before, and maybe it's got better programming to recognize that. Like, how would it? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't think it'd be like it probably isn't reasonable to assume that like anybody else besides the Orzhov would even know that name.
He
Unless
doesn't
they
have the key rune reader. Ignore it. Keep going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're good to go for now.
I was just calling it to attention.
There is a reason for it. You haven't quite stumbled across it yet, but there is actually a reason.
All right. Also, do you want to wait for that thing to catch up since said
Do you
was
tell
gonna
it to
come-
follow you?
Yeah, because I want it to come with us just in case there's more bone powder, so it can contain it and not waste it.
Oh, yeah. It'll follow you.
Because I'll tell it, like, if the bone powder attacks us, we'd have to destroy it, and that would be a waste.
Correct. It stands as a line of defense.
Also, side note, I'm gonna have some choice words for that ghost we talked to before.
But you enter this like final room, you find what look to be like quite a few it's similar to those statues in the previous area where it's not fully statues, it's like skeletons that have this layer of dust over them, and like you're trying to sense the necromantic magic, Fox, and like these are not valid corpses because they've been completely hollowed out by the bone powder.
Yuck.
But the Fellforged will go, if you are looking for Chambara's belongings, they are within this. And he kind of walks over, and I'll be honest, this is meant to like look more like a large wardrobe, but I couldn't find the right asset for it when I was making the map.
So it's a well now.
So it's a well now.
Or jump into the well.
But it is like a large locked like stone cabinet almost.
Why were his belongings so far from his corpse?
Another line of defense.
Don't think he... Never mind.
Who was Chambara?
We did-
One of the Orzovian guild leaders.
Why does everyone ask who was he? Why does no one ask how is he?
Because we know how he is.
Why
Dead.
is
Why?
Chambara?
Why is he stuck in here?
Listen, we just asked all these questions.
When?
Like 10
When you
minutes
were getting
ago.
cheese.
Oh.
Were you not? It was like, I did the same exact thing. I was like, I asked who he was and then why he was down here.
I got cheese.
You know what? We're the two smart characters. It just shows that our brainwaves are synced.
Oh, you want Esther and Clara's brainwaves to be synced? Okay.
Yes, it might make you less chaotic. Please, take my knowledge, I beg you.
Rude.
The belongings are tied to his soul. In event of reincarnation, they would make their way back to his body, cleansing everything in their path.
Okay, that actually makes... if that is the case, that makes sense. I'll give you a pass on this one. Big old...
I tried to open the wardrobe.
It is just a large stone cabinet. You try to open it and nothing seems to happen. Like it is sealed shut.
Do I have to present a key or something?
Give me an inspection check. Or sorry, investigation.
I understood what you meant. It's a stone box.
It is a
It's
stone
oh.
box sealed in a way that you cannot tell.
Gideon, could you open this, please?
I can try.
All right, Gideon, you give me the investigation check. You should be better at these.
Oh, I am much better at these.
Nice.
The 2 being a 2 versus the 10 being a 20 is just great. Yeah, so you're looking through it, and it has a lot of very similar runes to those like 3 large stone rocks in the previous room. The like the glyphs that they describe are a different pattern, but it seems to be another sort of like triggered magic. You do
looks-
see that this has the like seams and joints to be able to open physically, but it will automatically open if a certain thing is triggered.
I think we have to go up to it and say, Uga Chaka, I am Chambara Chaka.
Go on, do it.
Hooked
Do it.
on a feeling.
I think that's. I'm pretty sure what you just said is racist, but you know what? Try it. It might work. Hey, big nurse bot. How do we open that?
I do not know. I believe the trigger would open it, but I am not aware of manual opening procedure. Would you like me to break it for you?
Not yet.
Do you mind standing over there and looking the other way? I get performance anxiety.
Wait. Just have
Very well, member of
No.
the Obzidot.
Just have Kai
Why?
sprint back and ask Chumbara how to open it. He'll be
Also,
back in
why
like a
couldn't
minute.
Chambara come here again?
Okay, have you forgotten that we can't
'Cause-
leave this place?
The undead eating disease, and he is undead.
Yeah. Also, Brian, why can't we leave this place?
Because we're sealed in until the bone powder's destroyed. That was part of the deal.
Oh. Wait. Why did that thing want bone powder destroyed if bone powder is supposed to be in this dungeon to contain Phyresis?
Who knows? But that
Well,
was the
you're-
deal.
Fox, your ancestors have a lot of questions to answer for.
Who said that was one of our ancestors? That could have just been a spirit.
I think we're gonna have to go kick its ass.
Mr. Botman, do you know of any can she describe the keeper, quote unquote, that we ran into that warned us?
Wait, Lucy, when you do that, can Clara sit like right here to distract it while Fox does whatever the hell he's about to do?
I mean, sure. She's gonna try to ask it to see if he's aware of that being.
That sounds like a ghost.
But is he supposed to be here?
I do not know.
Don't get out much, do ya?
Literally, never.
Well, do you want some fruit snacks?
Define fruit. Define snack.
She's trying to just give fruit snacks to this guy as you're doing whatever you're doing at the thing.
Do you have the souls of the damned? That would be
Excuse me?
very yummy.
I don't have any of those. I'm sorry. All I have are these snacks from my parents.
Hey, Fox, it sounded like you might have an idea to open that thing while she's distracting it.
You're right, Tavro, here's a hammer.
Would you
Alright,
like me to break it?
Alright, I see two, there's two joints on the end. Just destroy the joints and the door will fall off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's stand
I
up.
suppose. Yeah, I guess I could try that. Although, ever since fighting the bone powder, my strength isn't what it used to be. So I might, you might actually be better off having him do it.
There we go. Got everything in radius.
Yeah, so there's the residual necromantic magic from the...
Is that thing gonna fire? Is there evocation magic on it? That's all I need to know.
Okay, so that thing has It looks like not evocation, but transmutation and abjuration and divination.
Abjuration.
Oh, that's okay.
Abjuration.
No
It's
necromancy.
Abjuration.
No necromancy, no evocation. Those are usually the big kabooms. So, all right, you can continue what you're doing. I'm less worried.
But like I said, you might be better off having him do it right now. I'm rather weakened.
He did offer.
He did.
I suppose.
And if he breaks anything, that's on Chumbara for not telling us it was going to be locked in a stone box when we got here. A lot of people even that's very important information. I'm going to have a stern talking to quite the number of undead after this.
I should smash it.
Carefully!
Please smash it along these 2 joints on the end.
Very
I'm backing up.
well. And it walks over.
And it's about to wreck Chumbara's sacred, precious chinaware.
Apparently this is not set up right because of the conversion, so this is... It does not hit.
Oh.
Apologies, I am a bit rusty.
Clara, clean them off.
That'll hit.
Oh, that's a couple dice he rolls, huh?
A couple.
And he kind of just like smashes into it and he goes, "This is hard, but buckling. Give me a few minutes." And over the next...
He only gets +2 on that.
Yeah.
To the damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can't see it, but this attack is called Necrotic Slam. And let's just say only the bludgeoning damage is done to this.
Gotcha.
I see.
But yeah, it doesn't seem to react as the Fellforge just takes a solid like 2 minutes, but it just keeps smashing its fists into the thing until eventually one of the stone panels kind of breaks off and you see this like burst of magical energy, but nothing that specifically affects any of you. And inside you see a large flail, what looks to be some sort of like specifically modified plate body, a like kind of warped black, like almost like barbed wire crown, and plate legs.
I want the crown. I want the crown. I want the crown.
Like plate armor?
Yeah, so it looks to be like very specifically modified plate armor for a creature that has more arms than would normally go through plate armor.
Man, I wonder who that's made for.
Me.
However, we went over this as our horns, not arms.
Oh.
I mean, it's definitely what we're looking for then. The burst of magic that just came out of that is probably a little concerning, but didn't kill us. And
Anybody who
Gideon, you
wants
still
can
breathing?
give me an Arcana check.
Hey, I'm real good at those.
Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah.
Oh, she's better at them.
Hmm.
Damn it.
I'm half decent at those.
Oh, oh, never mind, Lizzie. I thought you got the 15. Never mind. I guess I am just good at these.
I got the 2.
Okay. 16, 21, 17 all pass to it is the expulsion of magic of a glyph of warding that is destroyed without triggering. Basically, all of the pent up magic in it is let out, not channeled into a specific spell. It's just that energy has now dissipated because it was destroyed without any specific trigger that would set it off.
Oops. Well, if he wanted him in place, he would have told us. So who's gonna carry all this shit back?
I can get it.
That's a lot of gear.
It's
You
also
sure you-
quite large.
Maybe the big, strong person.
Let's see, what was it? It's a flail, armor, a crown, what else?
A flail, plate armor, plate legs, and a like black thorny crown.
I mean,
I
that's
assume
carry
the legs
the
just
armor.
go with the plate armor.
Yeah, they look to be part of the same set.
Yeah, just have like Tavro carry the armor and you take the rest. That way, if some
Yeah.
happens,
We can do that.
Clara would like to wear the crown, please.
absolutely not.
You have not earned enough good girl points.
Oh.
Hold on, here you go. Throw a little one. Yeah, no, you don't touch that thing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
I was gonna make a comment, but I held myself back. You all should be very thankful.
No, do it.
No.
Do it.
I can be a good girl, Daddy.
Ow.
That's not.
Clara dies.
God!
That residual magic from the glyph of warding, it was kind of just circling around looking for an outlet, and then it saw Clara and heard her say that, and it said, "Yep, that's what needs cleansing." And the flail flies up, and you see that as it comes out, there was also a staff behind it, and they circle around Clara until she burns to ash.
Well, hey guys,
You
I'm
can't
here. I'm
say
here for the
things like
D&D
that in
thing.
front of me.
Say things
I
like
didn't say
what?
anything.
What did they say that could possibly trigger that
Connor?
statement?
Connor said I didn't get enough good girl points.
Look, you two
Ugh.
need to keep this private, all right? This is if I'm spending the entire weekend with you people, you gotta take it down a notch.
We'll wash your sheets before you get here, don't worry.
You didn't hear any of that. Can't believe you'd say that in front of her.
I've done a lot worse in front of Pepper.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, he likes
Put-
to jump up on the toilet and watch you shit.
He's a
Yeah, cats
voyeur.
do. Yeah, cats do that. Stella does like to break into the bathroom. But... All right.
Is there any other items of interest in the room?
So that seems to be the main thing, but yeah, as you search through, the first thing you saw was the flail. There is also a staff with the flail. The staff seems to be
Oh.
made out of, like, it looks to be like a warped, extremely long, almost like femur, and then a claw at the end holding some sort of like bony orb. The flail is like massive, and it has it's almost like a morning star, where it has the like spiked end on it. You find the plate armor that definitely seems to be for a creature not of your anatomy. And you are also able to find what looks to be a gem that is like a glowing mote of like dark purple and blue energy.
I'll take it all.
Yeah, I still have the detect magic up. Can I search through here to see if there's any other items we missed? Because I thought we had everything. Is there like maybe like I want to make sure there's no like hidden compartments or something in here.
Yeah, you detect magic, you're looking around, and you do also find like a set of robes, but there doesn't seem to be any magic associated with it. It kind of just looks like, hey, maybe you want your bits covered.
My God, that's a lot of shit in here. How big is this thing? There's so much shit in here. All right. If there's nothing like obscure, I was worried there'd be like a secret magical compartment that's hiding his real treasure, but I think we got it.
No, seems this was it.
All right. If it's a non-magical secret compartment, I ain't gonna find it. That's a Gideon job. Mm. And all these are just dead guys, right? All these down here.
Yeah, those are like the they were corpses that have been like hollowed out and devoured by the bone powder.
They look
Uh,
like they got
Those
wings.
poor guys had phyresis and
I
no
was
Escher to save them.
and look, it's D&D. You know how this goes. I'm gonna go over here. I got the detect magic up. Does any of them have anything that's magic on them? Maybe a piece of loot that didn't get bone
And
powdered.
Escher finds the strongest magic item in the game.
You are actually able to find something.
Yeah, I knew one of them would have something. What do we got?
You are going through them, and it seems that like it's really their corpses that have been hollowed out. Everything that was on them is like still there, and most of it is not magic. Like it seems like these were kind of like normal, like they're not even wearing like armor or anything. It's just like normal corpses as they were buried. But
Yeah.
one of them does have a scroll in its hand.
Fox, do you have any qualms about fucking with? What am I saying? Yoink.
Hey, he's a member of the Obsidian. You better listen to him.
You didn't pay for that.
You're right. I didn't. Good thing he's dead. What does the scroll say? Or I guess what if it's magic? It's probably a spell scroll.
It
So
says, "Woe, curse of Ra be upon ye."
I turn into locusts.
It is a scroll for a spell, one that you don't like fully recognize. Give me an Arcana check.
I was about to say, if you say bestow curse, I'll shit myself. How does a 23 suit you?
A
Thanks, Justin.
23, especially from you, seems to be more than enough. So this is it is related to an old study of the Simic, actually.
Oh,
It is a
Okay.
mix of like Simic and Golgari magic.
hey, that's me. Wait, hold on.
That's why you were able to pass with a 23 where everybody else would have taken a 25. Your DC was 20. But it seems that this is a spell that takes basically a dead creature and allows you to form a new body for that creature out of
Reincarnate?
plant life.
It's kind of like reincarnate.
It is similar with some differences. So basically, reincarnate, like the more biological version of reincarnation that you have access to, is it seems like a refined version of this. You can like immediately see there are a few parts that are related to that seem older and like they haven't quite been ironed out yet. Namely, you notice if you were to cast this as is, the creature is reincarnated, the soul is reincarnated. But what reincarnation has accepted randomness in what type of humanoid you come back in, this is specific.
Yeah.
You
okay.
are a plant.
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like it's basically reincarnate, but instead of rolling, there's like a set thing you come back as.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
send you specifically what it is because you passed your
Cool.
Arcana check.
I was gonna say, like, hypothetically, on like if you were to rank it on like a scale of 1 to 9 of how strong a spell it was, would it be like a
And I'm just
lower than
gonna
like
send
a
you the
5?
whole thing. I sent it to you on
Oh,
Discord.
cool. I can study this. Is it a druid spell?
It is a druid spell.
Oh, what am I saying? You turn people into a plant. Yeah, it's a druid spell. Okay. This is valuable.
One thing that you
Fox.
do notice with it,
uh,
it seems that it would still take the magical energy, but the spell scroll itself is made out of like this strange plant-like parchment,
yuck.
and you feel like the spell scroll would count as its own material components.
Okay. That's neat. It's 1 free casting, but I want to see if I can learn it.
Are
Boy,
you a
gotta learn.
wizard?
No, but if it's a druid spell, in theory, I could prepare
Yeah,
it.
you could with some research add this to your spell list.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. It's like instead of casting it, I want to see if that's something I can do one day. In the meantime, hey Fox, this is
Hello.
not this scroll is not Orzhov magic.
You are very astute.
Why not? Why isn't it Orzhov magic? Every
Notice
other
how they are turned to bone dust. Why would an Orzovian be turned to bone dust?
because I thought Orzovians were the only people down here.
Have you thought of what's... He literally said the bone dust was to seal the people with phyresis. Behold, people that had phyresis.
You think they brought people who had phyresis here to be basically... this is how they would get rid of them?
Big man, how many times have you had to release the bone dust in the past 10,000 years?
Once for testing. Once 18 minutes ago.
Don't sound like much. Wait, then what but these, were those guys the test?
I only contain the sentient portion of the BonePowder. The non-sentient disease still ravages corpses in this section of the crypt.
Okay. Interesting. So then they couldn't have brought anybody with phyresis here, or else he would have been set off more. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just what's important is there were non-Orzovians down here. This magic is either Simic or Golgari, and that's not the kind of thing they give up. So there have been people from other guilds besides just the Orzhov and the Izzet down here. So it's just worth considering. I don't necessarily know what that means for us going forwards, but
So hear me out. You use that scroll on the corpse that was holding it.
Tavro, another comment like that, and I'll have Kai kill you, and we're gonna bring you back as a plant.
That'd be cool.
No, it wouldn't.
Imagine having spiky horns.
You'd have vulnerability to fire damage. I don't think you'd like it.
You already have spiky horns.
Yeah, but thorny horns. Like thorns coming off of them. That'd be pretty cool.
Thorn horns, aka thorns.
Yeah, but then but coming off of still horns.
Anyway, what do you say we bring the good old boy his stuff back, see what he says, maybe try to kick the ass of a ghost that lied to us, and then...
We're still trapped in here.
Well, look, that thing had to have let us out somehow, right?
But what do you mean?
Well, it said it trapped us in here until we got rid of the bone powder, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How would it know if we did or not?
Ooh.
We could just approach it and say we got what we came for. Let us back out.
I just kind of I put my armor on Tavro and go, "Behold, a new idea." Lying.
What? I suppose we could try it. But
We
also,
don't-
this might be one of the few places in this whole crypt that we could actually maybe get a rest.
Yeah.
That's true.
My
think-
mom says lying is a bad thing to do.
You think in here is
Well,
the
your
safe
mom's
is the
not
safest
here right
place?
now, Clara.
I do.
That was fucking cold.
Yes, already established there is non-sentient bone powder in here.
Maybe
Yes,
if
we're not dead.
if any okay, well, I'd rather not be in the presence of it. If anything, in the big room in front of this, and we at least, as unpleasant as it would be, we'd know if any Phyresis tries to get us while we're resting.
Plus, we could have him protect us. Pointing at the big guy.
That's yeah. I think this room is our best bet, or I don't have the map open. If we want to check out the rooms to the right here, I know it's like one hallway that kind of
A
loops
hallway,
around.
yeah.
Is there anything else in that hallway?
Sorry, in
From the
which hallway?
There's a
Here, up here, or like in the room we
The
were just
hallway
in.
that there's a small side room and then down there's more stuff.
yeah.
Fuck it. Do we get everything we needed out of this room?
I think so.
Okay, leave this room for now. We go back into the other room. Follow the cow.
Moo.
It's
Yes.
not here.
Go, Brian. Move that way.
Echolocation. Thanks, Brian.
Exactly. Okay, so from what I remember, all three sets of doors on the right side of this room connect to the same hallway. I don't remember if that
Correct.
hallway is connected to anything
Yeah.
else. There might be like quarters or something there that we can actually rest in. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't feel like looking at the map.
There
right
was like a smaller room up at the top side, it looked like, and then everything else was down to the bottom.
now. Fuck it. Let's just find out. If we're gonna rest in here, let's at least make sure if we're sealed in this section of the dungeon, let's at least make sure the part that we're like let's make sure this little area if we're gonna rest here is clear. So fuck it. More doors. However, you can do these ones.
I sure said fuck it.
All right,
This is unlike
I was gonna say, you hear on the other side of this
Oh,
the
yes,
mechanical
he told us
whirring.
before.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I
he
will
told
say
us
you
last
notice that
time.
before you open it, Tavro.
Well, he can't get through doors anyway, so let's just fuck off.
Yeah. That means there's nothing else bad on that side. So I feel pretty okay about that. Worst case scenario, we just have one robot talk to the other and tell it to fuck off.
Yeah, we can
There's
take a rest.
something
Fox-
over here that I
Fox
wanted
can
to check
attune to that
too.
new sword that gives him godly power.
What are you talking about, Aldrich?
There's a little hallway over here that I wanted to check out too.
Where does it go?
Good question.
Where did we come in?
This way, right where
Further
we are
down
right now.
to the left.
We entered.
There were,
I
there were
see,
a couple
yeah.
of
Here.
doors in that like hallway room with the statue.
The hallway we're in right now has a lot of doors we didn't investigate. We could waste a lot of time doing this. I think if we go in here, the three that Brian, where we just saw that dog, I'm almost certain is dead end in there. So that
Yeah.
means if we take a rest in the room with all the pillars, this door right here that I'm pinging is the only one we have to guard.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, technically those have been broken, but these ones are fine.
Even if they are broken off their hinges, set on fire, I don't care if we ate them, it is still just only one direction we have to guard.
Yeah, so let's everyone agree with that. That's fine.
I could agree with that.
So if we're taking a rest here, I assume a long rest, unless did anybody want to, do we think a short rest is easier? Because I've got some magic left. I don't know how the
I
other
mean,
casters are
a
doing.
short rest does nothing for me.
Yeah.
You have no hit die?
Well, I'm at full health.
No. Somebody open. Full health.
Like,
I
I won't
remember
get
when I
magic
had-
back. I won't get my cannon back.
Fuck, then we might have to rest up. We might have to set up camp in this horrible fucking room, and well, yeah, I guess that might be what we have to do because I wouldn't mind getting the magic back and healing off some of these wounds.
Yeah.
All right, what do we think? Take the vote. Is there anybody who would prefer short rest over long rest?
Let's just take the long rest.
Okay.
Here's a thought, just in case something with Phyresis happens to come in here. Maybe we go to the room beneath us.
No, it's full of bone powder. I don't want to.
We're not corpses.
It's still icky, and I don't want to take. I still don't want to breathe it in more than I have to.
It is still a disease that can affect you. It just affects the undead a
Like,
lot more.
I know we're not
I see.
undead. I've been over this. I still have bones, and I value them.
It's
I don't.
icky.
So I honestly I think this room is our safest bet. At least if something if Phyresis comes in here again, we get the warning of it. And hey, look,
And also, something with Phyresis comes in here, we can actually kill it. Where when it was Gideon, we didn't really
we could have.
want to do that. We
No,
could
we
have,
could
but
have. But yeah, you're right. So, and again, in here we have a big nurse that'll come in and check on us. So.
yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Asher, really quick, you're the doctor. Do you think that this ailment we have right now after fighting the BonePowder will that go away with time, or does that require something more?
Davro, in the most in character way I can explain this, I have 5 strength. Standing hurts. I want to take a nap.
Do you think taking a long rest will get rid of that, or do you think we need like magic to cure them?
I don't know, and even if it doesn't, I get my spell slots back, and I can greater restoration my strength back, and yours,
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
and everybody else can I don't know, kick rocks. I only have 2 spell slots.
So are you all going to attempt a long rest in here?
I think we
I
have
think
to.
so.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Is anyone going to take watch?
I mean, I think we all are on cycles.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be like right next to these doors so that I can hear them if
Yeah,
they're
like,
open or if anything comes.
I was
in
gonna
here.
say I could fully take watch if you need be.
8
That's true. You're
hours.
pretty much fine,
Long
right?
rest. Yeah, I'm pretty much fine.
8 hours, and there's 6 of us. Like, people can take watches. It's less than 2 hours per person. Like, everybody can do, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll get us more than the way there, so... I don't care about the order, somebody can stick me in there somewhere, but I want to get rid of this, we need to get rid of the stat loss. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, we need this long rest.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, who's taking the first? Aldrich?
Sure.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Alphabetical order.
Perception.
Nice.
Okay. It passes, the first few hours pass mostly uneventfully, but you do
Excuse
notice
me?
what?
A 31?
He's good at
I'm
it.
very
He's good at it.
perceptive.
I think Justin's
Jesus.
perception is the single highest skill roll any of us can make. Like,
Jesus.
Yeah, so you have brain. It goes mostly uneventfully, but with your level of perception, you do notice that, like, yes, the sentient bone powder is gone. Every 30 or so minutes of rest is enough for like a thin layer of bone powder to start forming on each of your allies. Are you going to do anything about that?
while they're resting, I will. You know what? I will cast a cantrip gust and like blow it off of them.
So relaxing.
It's like a fan.
Oh. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You seize the air. You seize the air. You seize the air.
And you take the moon.
As
You're just
you
So like
keep
bunch of,
doing
like-
that, like it stops the bone powder from being there over time. And it helps to make sure that like it doesn't it really doesn't form on them for long, and you are able to prevent any of them from contracting bone powder as they sleep.
For the whole rest or for 30 minutes?
For the however long he is taking watch, I assume like 4 hours.
Yeah, I could. 4 hours.
I just don't want Justin in with an exhaustion from this, but I don't, do any of us, does anybody else have anything they can do about that? Because I'd like to not contract this.
Not really.
I'll just let anyone know when they wake up what was happening, and then blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Would Word of Radiance work to burn it off?
You're welcome to try.
I think he
I feel like
is.
we wouldn't get very restful sleep if we just keep getting radiant light pouring on us.
It's just a nice soft microwave.
I think I have nothing to stop this right now, which uncharacteristic for me, but
I'll just take the full. Take the I'll just do this for the full rest. I'll just take the guard for full rest. I don't really need it.
I don't.
You would
I've
get a
actually not
level
doing
of
that.
exhaustion if you don't sleep.
What does exhaustion do? Like the first level?
We're gonna use the new version of exhaustion because the old version of exhaustion fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure. I believe it.
The -1.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
minus one to all
-1
rolls.
to all rolls.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's not too horrible.
Unless there's something that you get as a damp here that stops you from needing sleep, but I don't think there is.
No, there's not. I need sleep.
Okay, so you can take 1 level of exhaustion to keep the gust up all night at a light enough level that it lets your allies sleep, but heavy enough that the bone powder doesn't collect.
Gotcha.
The Bone Powder Collective.
You've heard of the Bone Collective. You've heard of the Bone Powder. Now, the Bone Powder Collective. It's a bone collective that got eaten by bone powder and now is just anemic.
Does that mean that with Aldrich's sacrifice?
With
Do we all
Aldrich's
get the long rest?
sacrifice, you all are able to gain the benefits of a long rest. Aldrich does not gain any benefits from a rest and gains 1 level of exhaustion.
Thank God, you're a saint,
Oh, it's
sir.
up here.
Thank you, Aldrich.
And then I think my health goes back down to 73 because I shouldn't have 8 on me anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, aid does expire with a long rest.
Zach,
Like,
with
wake
us
up and
using
Aldrich
the
is like, you all just looked so peaceful. I didn't want to wake you up.
yeah,
What was the
Uh,
question,
Zach,
Justin?
with the level of exhaustion on this sheet here, I'm not sure if there's like any effect that it automatically does because you said you're using a new one.
I think it would automatically do the right one because it's I upgraded to D&D 4, which was a fucking mistake, but it does default to 2024 rules.
Okay, gotcha. Because I just put exhaustion here, just making sure.
We can
Yeah,
check the first time it happens, but it should just be -1 to all rolls.
Zach, does Escher and I's strength come back?
Yes.
Oh, thank
You
God.
do regain all of your strength score that was decreased at the end of the long rest.
I'm not useless.
Yeah. I'm not on death's door.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's boring. Fuck that. Yeah, you die.
Now, should we check to see if we can get out of here?
Yeah. I mean,
So I'm just.
at
Did
this
we-
point, it's been like 8 hours. They probably assumes we're dead.
just to take the pulse, and because I might be misremembering things, when we came down here originally, our
Mhm.
goal was to clear out the crypt, right?
Okay,
Like of the
big
the
bad.
things.
No, big bad thing imprisoned here. We're stopping them from releasing elder gods into the world.
Okay, so have we accomplished that thus far?
No.
No.
Okay, thank you.
So
I
you're
think we took like a step towards it.
Yeah, you
kind
know
of.
what? We're basically at the end of the session. I'll just do a quick little refresher of what you know objectively from the DM. There are these phyresis related things. You want to stop them. They're basically invaders from another world. There were 5 original ones that came here, known as the Nephilim. You believe one of them is sealed at the bottom of this crypt. You were sent here through the riddle of the 2 of the remaining Peruns, Rakdos and Niv-Mizzet. Basically, hey, here is what we know because we intentionally made it so that not even we knew where they were to be able to release them. We can't fully eradicate them. We need to make sure that they're still sealed and re-up their seals. Here's the information for the first one of the 5. Go there, check on the seal. Here's a sending stone that will reach out to all of the Peruns all of the guild leaders if you use it. You came to the crypt. You're heading in. There's a bunch of traps related to phyresis, so it seems you're on the right path. You're on the first level now, and it seems that there's at least one more, if not more, beyond that.
Gotcha. Thank you. So now we're going back to Chambara
Yes.
to give him his shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can, because she said that she was gonna seal us in here until we deal with the BonePowder. We're gonna see if she actually did that.
Well, we'll just kill her.
We might have to because
Well,
again,
like we might not be able to get through this door.
and again, reminder: the big robots is the bone powder is here to contain phyresis. So if the ghost wants us to get rid of bone powder, I don't know. Maybe that's not good. Maybe it's just scared because it thinks it'll hurt. I don't know, but
You make your way to the door again, and it does seem to be sealed with an arcane lock.
Shit.
Have you tried knocking on the door?
I
Am
do
I
not
the
want to
only one that
burn.
hears that?
I don't want to burn or dispel magic. so-
Here's what.
Then yes.
Yeah, somebody just fucking knock on the door. I don't want to use dispel magic right
Bum,
away.
bum, bum. Also, Connor, did you attune to that new sword over that quest?
I suppose I should have said that.
You're welcome to retroactively do that. You haven't done anything
because you
since the rest
should.
happened. Right.
Oh, hey, I can actually unattune and. Oh, wait, no, I can't unattune the items still.
You can't?
No.
Oof.
What would
It's
you
been,
like
like,
to unattune, and
months
I can do
that
it for
I've
you?
been trying to unattune to minor amulet of dream warding, and anytime I press the unattune button, it just doesn't do anything.
I don't think
You're-
I can attune from stuff either.
I can. What have you guys been smoking?
I don't think think I've tried.
You're right. You
I'm doing
can't
it right now.
unattune from the minor amulet for some reason.
I mean, can probably just delete it.
Yeah, I don't think you
Okay,
really
guys.
need it because it's tied to that specific person who
char-
you killed.
Which
I
character
got,
sheet are you
I got a
using?
plan. Ready?
Oh, it's because it changed how it like works in the details. I think.
So I arcane lock it also.
Wait, so sorry, did somebody knock?
I knocked.
Yeah, fuck it.
And you kind of
Oh,
just
she's gonna
like
kick our
hear
ass.
it's the same kind of like mental thing reaching out across the door. And you just kind of like hear in your head, is it done?
Well, we
Oh,
were
we just-
told that the bone powder is contained as a resort against the sealed dangers within. There's a construct that is currently containing the bone powder.
Bro went straight for the truth.
If the bone powder remains, I cannot let you back into this section of the crypt. That would allow the bone powder to ravage the corpses here.
Would
What
it?
if we took a really good shower?
It's saying this telepath.
It opens up the line with all of you. It's able to do
Oh, it
that.
does. Oh, okay.
And you do the shower thing, and it's like, can you shower the insides of your bones? Can you cleanse the marrow?
Yes.
Don't think we are infected. Do we have a? Sure. Do you have a spell to figure that out?
You know what? Hold on. I didn't change any of the spells I had prepared because I just forgot to do that.
I mean,
but in
you
theory, I
haven't
could.
done anything since
Yeah.
the rest.
Because like knowing that we're up against a disease, detecting poison and disease wouldn't be the worst idea, but also it only
I have that already. If you want to save a spot,
You what?
I have that already. If you want to save a spot,
I do. You get spell slots back. You do it.
yeah, because I already have it.
Mine are gone forever. Yours aren't. Yeah, so, Fox, to answer your question, I taught Tabro how. Go on, my apprentice.
I already knew how. That's ableist. That's racist.
Do your thing.
Should I? Should we actually do a sweep?
I don't think it'd be the worst idea. Or we could also just the other option is lie.
Yeah. Give me. Let me just check how long.
You know
Yeah,
what?
it
If you
lasts
want,
10 minutes.
before you do it, am I able to do it? Could I do a medicine check to try and identify teeth or bones? Could I tell from our teeth whether or not we're infected?
It'll be a very high DC, but you can try.
Oh, I got a +8 for a reason. Is anybody here proficient in medicine?
No.
Aldrich?
Am I? Oh.
Shit. Alright, I don't think anybody's gonna be able to help me then. Alright. Well, here goes nothing. I'm just gonna say I would guidance myself for this because
Sure.
this is actually like a, oh fuck, nobody else can help me. Like,
Could I help him by using my tools to like inspect his teeth like a dentist?
I think I'd rather do it on my own.
You've got like fucking Smith's tools. You're taking a hammer to their mouth.
I have artisan's tools, thank you very
Wow.
much.
If you want to
22.
knock out someone's tooth to
No,
see
thank
if
you.
it is hollow,
I'll just take the 22. Does that tell me anything?
you're looking and it, especially like so early on, it would be very difficult to tell. You don't seem to be displaying any sort of symptoms of disease right now.
Well, I
I
can't
could
really
just
tell
cast
what-
it.
Yeah, if you want to use the spell slot, I say go for it. The other option is we can invoke the
Yeah.
logic of the creatures in here and repeat the whole, what's more valuable, containing the bone powder or ensuring the phyresis doesn't escape, and let the ghost pick. But because even if you use it, there's no telling it'll believe us. But... Oh wait, that's a first level spell?
Yes.
Oh fucking yeah, use it. Never mind. I thought it was a second level spell. That's why I couldn't
I
find it.
have second level spells.
I'm sitting here
Yeah.
looking through my second level spell list, trying to figure out where the fuck this spell went, and there it is on the top of my first level spells.
Because Aldrich took
Disgusting.
such good care of you all last night, none of you have contracted bone powder.
Woo!
Indeed.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, I'll. Is the second connection still there? Is it just like
It's
do
still
we
there.
have it open still? Yeah, I'll like explain like what I'm like sensing with this in as best detail as I can provide, and see if that works at all.
And you do this, and it says, "Understood. You will remain on that side. The bone powder will be contained, as will this other thing."
Okay. Just to recap, is it all bone powder you want destroyed, or just the sentient bone powder?
Bone powder is a disease. Enough of it will become sentient over time. We must get rid of it
Gee.
if you are to return.
Well, my understanding is that bone powder is meant to keep in phyresis. If the ghost wants to get rid of the bone powder, as far as I'm concerned, it's helping the Phyrexians. It's an enemy. Connor, I don't know if you want to vocalize that to the ghost. You might actually be able to convince it of that path of logic and change its mind. This is kind of your area, but worth considering.
We are trying to dive deeper into the script to deal with the problem down there. If you let us out, we don't have the bone powder, and the status quo is maintained. There is still the construct, which existed before we entered, and we did deal with some of the bone powder, so its level has been reduced. There's no reason to keep us contained.
Give me a persuasion check.
You can do it, I believe. I believe.
I was clear when I allowed you to pass through. I did not expect you to return, and you will not return as long as the bone powder remains.
Is that to all of us, or is that just to?
Yeah, the connection's open.
And then can I just respond to be like, it would seem the terms of our deal have changed considering you left out vital information that the bone powder is used to contain phyresis. That would have been very helpful to know before you sent us in.
And you just get the response, "What is phyresis?"
We might be put to death for spreading information about this. Just a thought.
But everything in this place already knows about it.
Yeah.
There is a disease that is worse than bone powder that takes control of people's minds. The bone powder is here because it consumes things in its entirety and stops that from spreading.
And letting you out is good. Why?
Because we are going further into the crypt to deal with the thing that takes over people's minds.
If we get rid of it, there's no need to have bone powder.
You return having not dealt with the bone powder, with the proposition that you can deal with something harder to deal with than the bone powder.
It's not that we. Yeah, it's not that we
Bone
couldn't deal
powder is
with.
currently. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that like it's not that we couldn't deal with the bone powder. It's that the bone powder currently has a use. It is preventing the spread of another disease. If we get rid of that disease, then we can get rid of the bone powder safely.
You can give me another persuasion check.
Can Fox do it?
And
No, he has
while you
already
guys are
failed.
talking,
Alright.
Someone else can attempt one.
How about a 20?
Okay.
Facts and logic, motherfucker.
while you guys are talking, I'm just gonna walk down a hallway and just. So keep on doing what you're doing.
I will allow you to return if you allow me to purge you of any bone powder that would remain.
We shouldn't have any of that. Theoretically.
Subject yourselves to it, and I can allow you to return. A small amount I should be able to purge.
Wait, what?
Okay.
That seems fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
You did good on your persuasion. It's giving you a deal. And it very briefly opens the door and goes, "Come, come, come, come."
Yeah, and as we go
okay.
through,
Is this acting? Is this
I-
acting?
I misunderstood what it was saying. I thought that for whatever reason I was like, I thought it was saying go get infected, and if you only have a little bit, then I can
No, no, no.
probably cure it.
No,
I was like,
it-
"Why? It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's saying
Okay.
like, okay, you guys apparently aren't infected. You've persuaded me. If you agree to my examination and purging, then I can let you back in, because whatever is in
Okay.
you, if you do bring an amount back, is probably within the level that I can do.
Yeah, okay. I misunderstood that I was saying we had to be infected.
If you want, you can make an insight check to try and understand its like mindset behind it.
Gladly. I'm
His
great at
mindset
this.
is, I'm gonna kill you all anyway.
nice.
27.
Oh boy.
Give me a second
that
to
right?
just figure out the DC of this.
Was I right?
Sorry, what was that?
27?
No, Lizzie, she's like really faint.
She was
I
asking
think
if
you're
she was
fine.
correct.
About what?
Correct.
That's my point. Like, I
That
couldn't hear what
he's
she
gonna
was
kill us
saying.
Anyway. That he's just gonna say he's gonna kill us anyway. Oh, question mark.
Who knows?
All right. If you would like, because you got the 27 before you go through, there is it's lying to you.
Interesting.
Gonna kill
Huh.
us.
There's something not straightforward about what it's saying.
Can I just like quietly tell? I'm just gonna like lean over and tell Fox like it's not telling us everything. I think, or like to like Fox and probably Tavro's probably going in first, right?
I mean, it ushers you through quickly, and it goes, "I'm only keeping it open for a few seconds."
Okay, as we kind of go through then, just as we're going through, I'd like kind of make sure at least Fox and Tavro can hear me if nobody else, and just kind of whisper them, be like, it's not telling us everything. Be ready for a fight.
Yeah, and as we do pass through, can Tahoe, because I still have detect poison disease, can I like just like try to make sure that like, there actually isn't like any powder coming up with us?
It seems like there isn't.
Good
Good.
call.
Okay. Cool.
You're so smart.
The doctor first.
Why me?
You're the one who convinced me.
Then by that logic, I think the undead should go first since he's at the greatest risk. No.
Give me a persuasion check.
Not nearly as good. That's an 11.
You were the first to agree. You were the first to convince me, and now you would renege?
He's a bigger threat. It's not a renege. It's logic. If you're worried about us spreading it, why not start with the most likely source? I've already confirmed that we're clean.
Yeah, sure, if it's a problem, I could just go first.
And you see as it goes, fine. Send the undead over.
Kai, you're just gonna go get a little checkup. And if this breaks into a fight, we'll end the session there. We'll come back next session, and Kai will kill this thing in like a turn. So
No, I
send
think
him
that
up first.
I think this is a good place to end the session. We're 15 minutes over. You're kind of at the next thing, and then hopefully we can pick back with everybody here.
I mean,
You're
that
trying to
works for me.
make
I'm
the
fine with that.
person who's not here do something. So I'm gonna. If you do that, I'm calling the session.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough.
I'm not saying that it is good or bad. It's just that's taken away agency. I'm not doing that.
Realistically, though, it does make sense for him to go first.
It's a valid argument.
Yeah.
That's why it accepted.